The lesson giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. This is going to be a quick lesson. Just updates on what's going on. This came out, says New York and Maine deploy National Guard troops to bolster COVID response. We're going to see more of this, all right? We're going to see more of this happening. We're going to see more, type of military movements happen on American soil. And it's going to come to the point where it's just not going to be American Air Force, American Marine, American Army. It's going to start being UN troops coming up here soon, FEMA troops, however you want to. It's just going to be different nations' troops on American soil because it's going to get to the point where, Americans who are in the armed forces don't want to do certain things that are mandated that they need to do to other Americans. You got to remember, people still in the armed forces today believe America is this, America is that. So they're not going to want to actually do certain things to the people when they're going to be forced to or asked to. All right. So pretty much it says governors in New York and Maine have activated National Guard troops to help respond to the COVID crisis amid fear winter surge in cases, while New Hampshire is also expecting assistance. So that's three northern states that really have been hit with the COVID pretty hard since 2020 and have mandated strict mandates. Okay? But really, why does the National Guard need to come out here? Because they either laid off or fired thousands of their employees, or you have other, which are nurses and doctors, or the other employees don't want to abide by that mandate of them having to be mandatory jabbed. Okay? They don't want to take that, so therefore they get laid off. So therefore they have to call in National Guard troops to assist. And ultimately, that's what Esau wants to do. They want to get a military presence in the land, not just on a base, but actually in the civilian sect in that world. So it says in a statement on Wednesday, the New York National Guard announced that it had deployed 120 Army medics and Air Force medical technicians to 12 nursing homes and long-term care facilities across the state. So they need help, and the help that's going to come is through military assistance, okay? But there's nothing you could do to stop this plague, or quote-unquote plague, that Esau claims it to be, even though there is going to be a real plague that I believe is going to be unleashed by the self-proclaimed white man that's going to wipe out a lot of people. This is Jeremiah chapter 21, verse 6. It says, And I will smite the inhabitants of this city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. All right, so they're going to die of a great pestilence. I'm just applying this to today. This is speaking about the Babylonian Chaldeans. This is Babylon the Great, which is AKA America. So you can apply this scripture to America because a bad pestilence is coming and will come. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith the Lord. And we are prophets, and we are the mouthpiece of the Lord, and we are going to reiterate this, and we're going to prophesy. Bad times are coming. Pestilence and diseases are coming. And just like now I'm speaking as a man, I believe these pestilence and diseases are going to be a form of warfare coming from Esau. All right. So this is the definition of the word pestilence. It's a fatal epidemic disease. All right. And they called the Crown 19 a pandemic that goes across the, really it's a pandemic, meaning it's all across the earth, but it's a fatal pandemic. But we're going to see the real fatal pandemic coming up here soon, I believe. It's about to be a cold winter. 2021 is pretty much over. It went by in a blink of an eye. 2020, we're going into 2022, and I guarantee more contractions are going to happen to where we're going into crunch time. Things are going to get very, very sketchy for a lot of people. And decisions are going to have to be made. I'm not going to make this lesson too long. I just wanted to come up with this update here. How these troops are starting to get active, more and more active as the days go on. I'm going to read Jeremiah 21 again. Jeremiah 21:6 says, I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. These zombie movies that you watch, World War Z, so on and so forth, these things are not far-fetched. Okay? Usually every zombie movie or whatever starts with some type of plague that happens, and there you go. All hell breaks loose. Economy crashes. People go mayhem. There's checkpoints everywhere. They're going to implement the chip to identify things and make sure people don't have certain type of plagues. You watch the show Black Summer, it's kind of the same thing, So, I'm going to cut it short right here. This was a real quick lesson, just update on what's going on. Lord willing, this was edifying. Y'all can look into this. I'm going to put this in the description below. And until next time, give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Chakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders. Like always, Shalom.